From above, the Pacific Ocean looks peaceful, endless, and almost motionless.
But beneath this beautiful ocean surface, the planet is not still. The ocean hides a world of pressure, heat, stone, and movement. What seems like silence is only the surface of a much larger story. We now descend into the Pacific Ocean, where the hidden power begins. Above us, the ocean is bright. Below us, the earth begins to reveal itself. The deeper we go, the more the ocean changes from beauty into mystery. The Pacific Ocean is not only a body of water, it is a cover over a moving world. Below this ocean, entire plates of rock move slowly through time. They move too slowly for the eye to see, yet strongly enough to shape the planet. This ocean floor is not an empty place. It is a map written in stone. Every crack beneath the ocean tells us that Earth's crust is under pressure. Here, beneath the Pacific Ocean, pressure builds where no sunlight reaches. The surface above may be calm, but this hidden ocean floor is constantly changing. If the ocean water vanished, the Pacific would not look smooth at all. It would reveal mountains, trenches, fracture zones, and scars carved into the ocean floor. Some of these ocean trenches are deeper than mountains are tall. These are not empty holes in the ocean. They are places where Earth's crust bends downward. At the edges of the Pacific Ocean, one plate can be forced beneath another. This slow descent is the beginning of the Ring of Fire. The Ring of Fire is not a perfect circle of flames. It is a horseshoe of geological pressure around the Pacific Ocean. Around this ocean, tectonic plates meet, collide, slide, sink, and fracture. This hidden boundary crosses the edges of continents, island arcs, and deep ocean basins. Volcanoes rise here because the ocean floor is being recycled into the planet. Some volcanoes reach the sky as islands. Others remain hidden forever beneath the ocean. The ocean hides much of Earth's volcanic power from human eyes. Here, fire does not need the open air. It can build new rock beneath the sea. Under the Pacific Ocean, heat, water, and stone meet in darkness. The seafloor itself seems to breathe where Earth's interior reaches the ocean. These hidden vents show that the ocean floor is not dead rock. Even in darkness, the ocean can turn heat into life. The same force that creates life here can also store enormous danger. Along these boundaries, the ocean floor can become locked in place. The plates keep trying to move, but friction can hold them together. Stress can gather beneath the ocean for decades, or even centuries. The quiet years are not proof that nothing is happening. When a locked boundary finally breaks, slow motion becomes sudden release. This is how the hidden ocean floor can become the source of a powerful earthquake. If the movement is strong and shallow beneath the ocean, the water above can be displaced. A tsunami does not begin as a wall of water. It begins when the seafloor moves. In deep ocean water, this energy may pass almost unseen. The Pacific Ocean can look peaceful while a force is already crossing it. This is the danger of the hidden ocean floor. What happens below can travel far beyond the source. The Ring of Fire connects trenches, volcanoes, earthquakes, and ocean waves into one vast system. And it is not a single doomsday switch. It is a long chain of active tectonic edges. The scale is difficult to imagine because the ocean hides almost everything. From below, the Pacific Ocean feels like a lid over a restless planet. The world above sees waves. The world below holds the engine. Now we understand why the calm ocean surface can be misleading. Beneath the Pacific Ocean, stone descends, melts, rises, locks, and waits. To understand this hidden power, we must follow the ocean floor downward into the process that drives it all.
The Ring of Fire begins not with flame, but with descent. In the next part, we enter the subduction zone, where the ocean floor is pulled back into Earth. Here, beneath the Pacific Ocean, the Ring of Fire begins not with flame, but with descent. At the edge of the Pacific Ocean, one massive plate is being pulled beneath another.
This process is called subduction, the slow return of the ocean floor into Earth.
Oceanic crust is colder and denser than the rock above it, so gravity helps pull it down. The movement is slow, often only a few centimeters each year, but its power is enormous. A motion too slow to watch can still reshape the entire ocean basin. As the ocean floor sinks, it drags sediment, water, and ancient rock downward with it. Water trapped inside minerals begins a journey deep beneath the Pacific Ocean. As the slab sinks, pressure rises, temperature increases, and the hidden chemistry begins to change. The ocean floor does not simply disappear. It transforms the world around it. Water released from the descending ocean plate lowers the melting point of surrounding rock. This is where magma begins, not from random fire, but from pressure, water, and heat. Above the sinking slab, the deep earth starts to melt. The magma rises because it is hotter and lighter than the rock around it. Over time, these rising paths can feed volcanoes beneath the Pacific Ocean. This is why the Ring of Fire is lined with volcanoes. The fire begins deep below, but the ocean hides its first signs. Some magma builds new seafloor without ever touching the sky. When lava meets cold ocean water, it cools quickly and hardens into new stone. The Pacific Ocean floor is not only being destroyed at trenches, it is also being created by volcanic heat.
Subduction destroys old crust, but it also gives birth to volcanic arcs and new terrain.
This hidden engine creates seamounts, volcanic islands, and entire underwater mountain chains. A seamount may look still, but its origin is written in the movement of plates. Where heat escapes into the ocean, the seafloor begins to breathe. Hydrothermal vents are signs that Earth's interior is reaching into the ocean. Minerals carried by hot water build chimneys in the darkness of the Pacific Ocean. In this hidden ocean world, heat becomes chemistry, and chemistry can become life. Even without sunlight, the ocean can support life near the heat of the Earth. Subduction is not only a destructive force, it is also a creator of hidden ecosystems. But the same process that creates heat and life also stores danger along locked boundaries.
Where the descending ocean plate meets the plate above, friction can stop the movement. The plates continue pushing, but the boundary holds them in place.
Energy gathers slowly beneath the Pacific Ocean, hidden from the surface world. For decades or centuries, the ocean above may look completely calm.
The quiet years are part of the earthquake cycle, not proof that nothing is happening. Every locked section is a place where slow motion can become sudden release.
When the boundary finally breaks, stored energy can move the ocean floor in seconds. This is the link between subduction and the largest earthquakes on Earth. The same boundary that creates magma can also lock enough energy to shake entire regions. The subduction connects the deepest trench, the hidden magma, the volcano, and the earthquake.
It is not fire first. It is motion first. The fire comes later.
And when that fire reaches the ocean floor, a new hidden volcanic world begins. Many of the Pacific Ocean's most active volcanoes never touch the sky. They erupt in darkness, under pressure, surrounded by cold seawater. This is where subduction reveals its most dramatic face beneath the ocean.
The sinking ocean plate below has awakened fire above.
The Pacific Ocean floor is being destroyed, melted, lifted, and rebuilt at the same time. Here, the hidden engine of the Ring of Fire becomes visible. Subduction explains why the Pacific Ocean holds trenches, volcanoes, earthquakes, and tsunami danger in one system. Now that we have followed the ocean floor downward, we can follow the fire upward.
In the next part, we enter the world of submarine volcanoes, where fire does not need the sky.
Beneath the Pacific Ocean, the planet is not only sinking, it is beginning to burn. Beneath the Pacific Ocean, fire does not need the sky to begin. Here, the Ring of Fire reveals itself in darkness, pressure, and silence.
Most people imagine volcanoes reaching into the air, but many are hidden beneath the ocean.
This volcano has no ash cloud, no mountain skyline, and no watching crowd.
Its power is hidden below the sea, where sunlight never reaches.
Under pressure, even a quiet ocean floor can become a volcanic landscape. Magma rises through fractures, searching for a path into the ocean.
When lava enters the Pacific Ocean, fire and water meet in an instant.
The ocean cools the lava quickly, turning molten fire into new stone. These rounded forms are pillow lava, one of the signatures of underwater eruption.
The ocean floor is being built one cooled layer at a time. A submarine volcano is not only a place of destruction, it is a factory of new terrain. Every slope records older eruptions beneath the ocean, layered in darkness over time. Some eruptions build slowly, while others reshape the ocean floor in sudden bursts. Not every eruption is glowing lava. Sometimes the ocean floor exhales heat through mineral smoke. With
hydrothermal vents form where seawater enters cracks, heats below, and rises again, loaded with minerals.
In the deep ocean, minerals can build towers where heat escapes from the earth. These chimneys are monuments to the hidden connection between the ocean and Earth's interior. The seafloor seems to breathe, exhaling heat from a world far below. Around these vents, the ocean becomes a place of chemistry instead of sunlight. Even here, in darkness, life finds a way to gather around heat.
these organisms do not depend on sunlight. They depend on chemical energy rising from the ocean floor.
Microbes turn minerals into energy, and that energy supports an entire community. The same heat that can destroy also creates a place where life can survive. This is the great contrast of the ring of fire beneath the ocean. It buries old crust, builds new ground, and changes the shape of the seafloor. A volcano beneath the ocean can grow silently for centuries.
Layer by layer, eruption by eruption, it becomes part of the underwater landscape.
Underwater volcanoes are difficult to see, but their signs are written in heat, bubbles, and stone.
An eruption beneath the ocean may leave only chemical changes, floating pumice, and evidence on the seabed.
But the ocean hides the drama, but it cannot erase the record.
After the heat passes, the ocean floor keeps the memory of eruption. New rock is born hot, then sealed quickly by the cold Pacific Ocean.
Here, time is layered across the ocean floor.
Submarine volcanoes can build, collapse, fracture, and rebuild beneath the waves. Even underwater, volcanic slopes are shaped by instability and pressure. Gas, heat, and pressure rise through cracks long after an eruption begins to fade. The volcano becomes a living machine of rock, water, heat, and chemistry. This hidden world proves that destruction and creation are not separate beneath the ocean. Life gathers at the edge of heat, where the deep ocean should seem impossible. Above the vents, the Pacific Ocean remains cold and silent, hiding everything below.
From the surface, none of this fire can be seen.
The ocean hides not just one eruption, but a long history of volcanic change. Across the Pacific Ocean, countless volcanic worlds rise from the seafloor. Some will never become islands, but they still shape the ocean around them. Minerals from these vents paint the ocean floor with traces of Earth's interior. Old vents die, new vents open, and the volcanic system keeps changing. But even in the deep ocean, nothing here is truly frozen in time. The same heat that feeds the vents also reminds us that pressure is still rising below.
A submarine volcano is connected to forces much larger than the vent itself.
Behind the lava and vents lies the same tectonic engine that bends the ocean floor downward. The volcano is the visible breath of a hidden system beneath the Pacific Ocean. But the same boundary that creates volcanic fire can also lock dangerous energy in place. The Ring of Fire does not separate volcanoes from earthquakes. It connects them. Where the plates become stuck, the next story begins. The hidden fire builds new worlds, but the locked boundary stores the power to shake them. In the next part, we enter the locked boundary, where a megathrust earthquake can begin. Here beneath the Pacific Ocean, the hidden fire gives way to a different kind of power. This is where the ocean floor can become locked by friction. The plates continue trying to move, but the boundary resists. The movement does not stop. It becomes stored energy. Over decades or centuries, the upper plate can bend like a spring. The ocean above may look calm while stress gathers below. A megathrust fault can extend for hundreds of kilometers beneath the ocean. Its scale is difficult to imagine because the ocean hides almost everything. The same system that builds volcanoes can also store earthquake energy. Nothing dramatic may happen at the surface for a long time. The quiet years are part of the earthquake, not proof that the ocean floor is still. Stress leaves small signs before the great release. Gas, pressure, and motion reveal that something deep below is changing. The boundary is locked, but the force behind it keeps pushing. This is the silent tension of the Pacific Ocean. Like a compressed spring, the ocean floor holds energy until the locked section can no longer resist. Then, in seconds, the locked boundary begins to fail.
The release starts in one place and races through the boundary.
A vast section of Earth's crust can move in moments. This sudden movement is the heart of a megathrust earthquake. The shaking begins below the ocean, where no city lights can see it. The rupture can travel across an enormous fault surface. This is why the largest earthquakes on Earth are often born at subduction zones. When the ocean floor moves vertically, the water above cannot remain still. The earthquake changes the shape of the seabed in an instant. The first sign of danger is not always a giant wave. but a displacement of the entire ocean column. Far above, the ocean surface may still appear peaceful, but the source has already released energy into the sea. Not every part of the boundary moves the same way.
After the main break, the ocean floor may continue adjusting.
Each adjustment reminds us that an earthquake is not a single simple moment. The surface can hide the scale of what has happened below. The earthquake leaves behind a landscape of broken rock, lifted sediment, and changed pressure.
A fault scar on the ocean floor is the visible wound of hidden energy release.
If enough seafloor moves upward or downward, the ocean itself begins to respond. This is the moment when an earthquake can become something more than shaking. The entire column of ocean water can be disturbed from seafloor to surface. A movement in darkness can send energy toward distant coastlines.
In deep water, this energy may travel almost unseen.
The rupture may last only moments, but the consequences can travel across the ocean. Subduction, friction, rupture, and displacement are linked in one hidden chain. Even after one section breaks, other parts of the ocean boundary may continue to store energy.
This is why the Ring of Fire must be understood as a long-term system, not a single event.
The Earth is not angry. It is releasing stress stored in stone. From above, the Pacific Ocean may still look unchanged.
But beneath that calm ocean surface, the seafloor has already moved.
The danger of a megathrust earthquake is not only the shaking. When the ocean floor shifts vertically, the sea above it can be lifted. This is how the hidden earthquake can become a tsunami. A tsunami begins not as a towering wave, but as the ocean being displaced. In deep water, the first movement may be almost impossible to see.
In the next part, we follow that energy as it crosses the Pacific Ocean and becomes a tsunami.
Beneath the ocean, the boundary has broken. Now the water begins to move.
Beneath the Pacific Ocean, the boundary has broken, and now the water begins to move. A tsunami begins when the ocean floor moves and displaces the water above it. But this is not a wind wave. It is the movement of the ocean from bottom to surface.
The entire ocean column is disturbed, and the energy begins to travel.
In the deep Pacific Ocean, the first sign of a tsunami may be almost invisible. The source may be hidden beneath the sea, but the energy does not stay there. A tsunami can cross enormous distances while the ocean surface still looks calm. But far from shore, the Pacific Ocean may show almost no dramatic height.
The danger is not always in what the eye can see. The wave is long, fast, and filled with energy. Across the Pacific Ocean, the energy moves over landscapes hidden far below the surface. Even underwater mountains feel only a passing motion as the energy continues outward. In deep water, the tsunami is not yet the image people fear. It is not a wall from nowhere. It is energy moving through water. Rock moved first, water followed, and now the ocean carries the message. From above, the Pacific Ocean can still look peaceful while the force is already traveling.
This is why tsunamis are so dangerous. The ocean can hide them until they approach shallow water.
As the wave nears of shallower ocean, the story begins to change. The ocean becomes shallower, and the long wave begins to slow. The seafloor starts to slow the wave from below.
As the wave slows, its energy is squeezed into a smaller space.
The hidden motion begins to grow into visible force. Near shore, the ocean floor feels the change first. The energy that was almost invisible in deep water now begins to rise. The ocean surface changes because the whole water mass is being forced upward. What was low and fast in deep water becomes higher and more dangerous near shore. A tsunami near shallow water is not just a wave. It is a moving mass of ocean. Sometimes the first warning is a strange retreat of the sea. When the ocean pulls away suddenly, it can be a sign that a stronger surge is coming. The ocean does not always announce danger with height. Sometimes it begins with motion. Then the sea returns with the energy gathered across the basin. The force is not only above the surface, it moves through the full depth of the water. This is why even a modest-looking tsunami can carry enormous power. Near shore, the Pacific Ocean can transform from calm surface into a relentless moving force.
The source may be far away, but the result can arrive with little time to react.
Below the surface, the tsunami is a current as much as a wave.
The shape of the ocean floor can focus and strengthen the moving water.
Every coastline receives the energy differently because every seafloor is shaped differently.
A tsunami is physics. Rock moves, water is displaced, and energy spreads.
The chain begins at the ocean floor and ends wherever the energy reaches shallow water. To understand a tsunami, we must connect the quiet surface to the hidden seafloor. The ocean remembers the movement long after the first rupture has passed. One movement in darkness can send waves across thousands of kilometers of ocean. This is why the Pacific Ocean demands understanding, not panic. Fear alone does not save lives. Understanding the mechanism does. Science cannot stop the ocean floor from moving, but it can listen. Warnings begin with measurement, observation, and respect for the ocean. The more we understand the deep ocean, the better we can live with an active planet. The Pacific Ocean is dangerous because it is alive with movement, but it is also readable. After the surge, the ocean may look peaceful again. But beneath that calm blue surface, the same geological system continues to work. The tsunami is not separate from the volcano, the trench, or the earthquake. It is one chain of motion beneath the Pacific Ocean. Even after disturbance, the deep ocean continues to create life around heat. The same hidden forces that can threaten coastlines also build new worlds beneath the sea. The Ring of Fire is both warning and creation, danger and renewal.
Here, life survives not by conquering the ocean, but by moving with its relentless forces.
The same forces that sculpt these waves will soon carry the influence of Antarctica north, bringing with them the deep, cold breath of the ice. We are now entering the Drake Passage, the gateway to the frozen continent. Here, the ocean currents collide with the first signs of ice. Moving beyond the ice, the ocean reveals its power. And there, on the edge of the world, a shape unlike any cloud or wave beckons. As we push through the swirling mist of the Southern Ocean, the first signs of the Antarctic ice begin to emerge. Plunging beneath the surface reveals the true architects of this world. Immense ribbons of current flow across the seabed, moving mountains of ice unseen. Rising from the depths, the ocean reveals its true power. The living wind of the Drake Passage gives way to the silent majesty of Antarctic ice. Here, the Drake Passage reveals itself as a living system. We move now towards the story of the ice. Emerging from the mist of the violent Southern Ocean, the first giants appear. Blue and white sentinels, beginning their long voyage north. Emerging through the mist, the great glacier stands silent, a wall of frozen history, while the dark waves crash below. Against these walls of blue ice, the waves of the Southern Ocean spend their fury, a timeless battle between water and frost. Antarctica holds its secrets in the ice, a vast, frozen memory, contrasted by the restless sea. Adrift in the formidable swells of the Drake Passage, this solitary iceberg begins its final voyage, a silent messenger from the deep south. Rising from the turbulent ocean, the iceberg's visible peak suggests the immense mass hidden beneath the waterline. Below the turbulent surface, the true scale of the iceberg is revealed, a colossal structure of ancient ice extending deep into the dark ocean abyss. Here, beneath the waves, the ancient ice begins its slow, inevitable return to the sea. Meltwater streams carry.
Here, frozen land meets the moving sea. This quiet exchange of meltwater fundamentally alters the ocean's chemistry and currents.
Rising from the depths, we witness the sheer magnitude of the iceberg. Here, wind and wave collide with millennia of compressed ice. The Drake Passage possesses a raw power unmatched anywhere on Earth, constantly reshaping the Antarctic coastline.
The ocean slowly breaks, moves, and transforms the frozen landscape, demonstrating an unstoppable force.
Wonders. Here, at the edge of the Antarctic, the Drake Passage lives up to its fearsome reputation. A place of raw power.
Between these towering monoliths, the ocean's fury is trapped, a violent contrast to the stillness of the ice. Leaving the icy embrace of the bergs, the open ocean beckons. Here, the world of ice merges with the dark,
The Drake Passage is a place of immense power. Here, the ocean's ceaseless current demonstrates that even the most ancient.
Passing through the arch, the true scale of the Southern Ocean reveals itself. Dark waters and floating ice stretch toward the distant peninsula.
The dramatic currents of the Drake Passage carry these ice fragments, a visual testament to the hidden power of the Antarctic circumpolar current below.
Beneath the surface, the cold currents begin their journey, a vast planetary pathway moving ice and water in a cycle spanning the entire globe. As the meltwater trails sink and spread, the ocean absorbs the cold freshwater memory, fundamentally altering the deep currents.
Here, the ocean reveals its true complexity. Layers of temperature, salt, and melting ice converge in a dynamic, Global climate space. Emerging from the depths, the visualization reveals the vast currents circling Antarctica, accelerating as they funnel through the narrow Drake Passage.
What appears as energy from space is revealed at the surface as the immense power of the ocean, where the exchange of cold water drives global circulation. The sheer power of the ocean is evident here. Yet, this small autonomous research buoy shows us that even this battered by the relentless waves of the Drake Passage, this solitary buoy continues its silent vigil, recording the vital statistics of the Southern Ocean.
Even as the storm rages above, deep beneath the waves, the true power of the ocean currents remains constant, observed by silent scientific sentinels.
Here, in the vast expanse of the Drake Passage, the ocean itself becomes an observatory without...
Rising from the depths, the ocean's true power becomes evident. The hidden currents measured below reveal a climate story unfolding violently at the surface.
The Drake Passage, a turbulent gateway where the world's oceans converge, driven by forces that shape the global climate. As the massive iceberg slowly turns, the powerful waves carve deep into its base, demonstrating the relentless force of the warming sea. Here, the ancient ice surrenders to the sea. Drop by drop, the Antarctic meltwater begins its long voyage.
As the wind strengthens, the ocean reminds us that even climate processes are wrapped in violence, motion, and the profound cold of the water.
Here, at the edge of the world in the Drake Passage, the ocean reveals itself as a vast, powerful transport system.
Look closely at the foam lines stretching eastward. They reveal a massive circulation pattern moving far beyond the confines of the Drake Passage.
Hidden beneath the waves, the deep currents silently carry the signals of a changing climate, a powerful force shaping the planet's future.
These luminous currents represent the raw, physical power of the Drake Passage, connecting surface life with the deepest reaches of the ocean. The ocean currents are relentless. They transport these fragments across the globe, even as the warming waters slowly begin to break them apart.
Cast adrift from the frozen continent, these fragments begin their final journey, surrendered to the warming currents. Life here is defined by the elements. The albatross, master of the wind, navigates the turbulent sea and the towering ice of the Drake Passage.
These waters are a reminder that some forces are far greater than any single creature.
As the storm finally recedes, the ocean reveals its true, powerful rhythm, a reminder of nature's enduring strength. In the Drake Passage, where Earth's motion becomes visible, the softening storm reveals the relentless drift of ancient ice. We descend into the ancient currents, a restless ocean, shaped by the relentless wind and the slow march of ice, a world unfinished. As the camera turns south, we see the true source of global ocean influence. Antarctica. As the last signs of the continent vanish behind us, we face the raw power of the open ocean. Pure wind, pure water, planetary scale. Here, the ancient forces of geography, wind and current converge, shaping the very face of the planet. Here, at the edge of the world, the clouds momentarily part, revealing the terrifying beauty of the Southern Ocean. Each wave carries the memory of wind, hidden current, deep seafloor, drifting ice, and the cold breath of Antarctica. As the last iceberg yields to the dark sea, the ocean continues its timeless journey, carrying the memory of Antarctica. Here, in the vastness of the Drake Passage, no map, no ship, no instrument, and no human voice can truly tame this waterway. The immense power of the Southern Ocean is revealed as storm clouds and drifting ice merge with the dark sea of the Drake Passage. As this six-part journey concludes, the Drake Passage reminds us that the ocean is still alive, still violent, and still beyond human control.